Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 12 of Season 8 in the Career Mode RTG. Apologies for no videos over the past couple of days, as some of you who are on Xbox will be aware. There was an issue, an Xbox issue, not an EA issue, with some of the digital versions of FIFA 19. That being, it wasn't registering that you actually owned the game and was saying that your EA Access trial has run out and that you needed to purchase the game. I had one of those editions of the game, so unfortunately, for about a 30 to 36 hour spell, I physically wasn't able to access my account to record content. I did end up streaming the other day on my PlayStation account for about 6 hours. So if something like that happens again, I know I have a backup account I can use, but obviously I couldn't go on and record any career mode content from the saves on my Xbox profile. So apologies for that. We're back now. There'll be a achievement leave out later today, of course, as it's Thursday. And we'll be ending the season probably over the next couple of episodes. And then, as I mentioned in the video on Monday, that series, the Achievement Leave, will be moving to my streams on Mixer. This series stays on the YouTube channel. There was some misunderstanding in the video on Monday in the comment section. People not really getting what I was saying, or it seemed like some people just watched the video with the sound off and didn't really take in what I was saying at all. There will still be at least one video on the YouTube channel every single day. This series is going nowhere. It's staying on the YouTube channel. It's only the Achievement Leave that's moving to stream. And of course, I will continue to stream Ultimate Team, Football Manager, F1, and other games as well over the course of the upcoming months. Well, but for the forever, there will always be one series at least running on the YouTube channel. That currently is this series and will continue to be uploaded daily now that I have access to my account again. Today, very important episode actually. FA Cup semi-final and two legs of the semi-finals in the Champions League as well. It's Manchester City followed by Barcelona. Massive 3 games today. So hopefully we can get ourselves through to 2 finals. We're also very much on course to win the Premier League as well. So the treble is, as of right now, still very much a possibility. Will it be by the end of the episode? I've no idea. I'm excited to get cracking. I'm hoping we can do really well. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this series or the final couple of episodes of the YouTube version of Achievement Leave. Make sure you follow me on the link in the description down on Mixer as well. I am a Mixer ambassador and a Mixer partner now, so do make sure you go and follow me there to keep up with my streams. I'll be streaming multiple times a week for massive chunks of time as well. I stream for 5.5 hours on Tuesday, so do make sure you go and follow me on Mixer as well. But for now, it's time to go and play City. We will ensure that their strongest possible starting lineup is selected, and hopefully we can get the better of them. They have an incredible side here, though. 92 Sané and Jesus. Sterling's 89 now. They've Garcia, Silva, and Gabamin in the midfield. And then Souza at left back, Tet at right back. They're probably their 2 weak spots. And then it's Cisco and Kenny. Oh, sorry, Cisco and Laporte at the back. I could put Toussaint in there, but we'll stay with Gabamin for now. I think Toussaint's on the bench. He is. They could do with some better players on the bench, actually. But wing-back-wise, there's nobody really better that's going to stand out there, so we'll leave that as it is. I will give them some better options off the bench. So they've got a striker they can throw onto the bench. They don't have any strikers they can put on the bench whatsoever. Garcia can come in here, though, for Muric. We have a wing-back and a centre-back, and then attacking players and midfielders. Right, City's lineup is as strong as it could be. Mine is as strong as it could be. Cutrone, Leao, Torreira, Morelos, Lookman, Ziegler, Dalot, Teo Hernandez, Perella, Militao, and Pau Lopez in goal. Mason Mount on the bench alongside Mukele. Gerzic there too. Adebayola on the left to be able to be brought on. Let's hope we can get ourselves through to not only the FA Cup final, but the Champions League final as well. And you can see with a heavy touch, Albany's turned really well. Jesus is there available. Good footwork from him. Garcia tries the fancy flick. It doesn't quite work, but he's picked up the loose ball again. And they played it around well, and Pau Lopez makes the save. Now, City looking for payback here in the FA Cup final last year. The actual final itself, not the semi. It was Manchester City we played, and Manchester City we beat by 3-0, I believe, to win the FA Cup last year. Our first major trophy of the save. We're looking to reclaim or retain our FA Cup title this season. And to do so, we're going to have to beat City again, although this time it's just for the place in the final itself rather than actually to win the trophy. City clearly starting with a massive amount of pressure here, but we are now actually able to catch them on the counter, hopefully, and Leao will get it out to Ziegler. Sissko's with me here. If I can get a turn and then look for Leao, we might be in to score the first goal of the game. Leao draws a save up Edison, but Lookman's there and he's hit the bar! How has he not scored there? Ademola Lookman. I can't quite believe that hasn't gone in. Morales across towards Lookman. Oh, and he loses out to Kenny Tet. How has Lookman not turned that home? All he needed was a solid connection on that header, and Edison was beaten because he was well out of position. And he's lobbed it onto the top of the net. That's a foul there as well. City free kick. I should be 1-0 up, but I'm not. Cutrone in there to Torreira. I'll look for Ziegler, who's made a great run. And we've got men over here. Inside there looking for Morales. Couldn't quite get to it first. Good header by Dallo. Ziegler brings it down annoyingly. City have got men back now, but it's a nice little 1-2 between Cutrone and Morales. Javier Morales is in the box. Great block by Sissko. The man we nearly signed denies us an opening goal in this FA Cup semi-final. That, I think, came off Leroy Sané and will be another corner. Indeed, it will. Lookman to deliver again. We'll try the near post. It's Cutrone. Teo Hernandez. Good punch by Edison. We'll get it back out quickly to Lookman. Stand it up into the middle. There's... Oh, was it Teo Hernandez? It was, but straight at the Brazilian goalkeeper. 7 minutes to go till half-time. We're still locked at 0-0. I think, actually, we were definitely already 2-0 up by this point in the final last year, and very nearly 3-0 up. We might be able to maybe get our first before the break today, but it hasn't yet been forthcoming. Sterling does well to get away from me. Heavy touch, though. Teo Hernandez picks up the loose ball. Lookman drills that inside there nicely, and Leao could play the 1-2 as what was intended. Ziegler will get it under control there and look inside. Trying to get this first goal before the half-time whistle. Morales taking it in his stride well, looking for Cutrone. Does brilliantly to keep possession. Finds Lookman. There's Morales. Morales, good block. He's going to drop to him again, and he scores! Look at the time. In the 50th minute... Pep Guardiola will be livid. Plus 2 minutes added on, and we've gone into plus 5. But we lead before half-time. Another blocked shot. Been throwing themselves in front of efforts really well, City, so far. But it falls back to me this time off Aymeric Laporte very kindly. Morales scored in the FA Cup final last year, I'm pretty sure. Scores in the semi-final now. 1-0 Cambridge. So gets away from the man in the midfield too. I didn't see Leroy Sané marking Dallo there quite so tightly. We've worked it away well, really well. And Ademola Lookman's in space here. Lookman to make it 2. I've taken it a long way forward, and Edison makes the save. Lookman will get to the loose ball, try and find a teammate. Teo Hernandez. I see Torreira there in space. I'll look there for Leao. Through looking for Ziegler, won't reach him. And I'm not going to be able to get to the loose ball first. That could have been 2-0 there through Ademola Lookman. It should have been 2-0 there through Ademola Lookman. We will continue to come forward and maybe still find ourselves that second goal. Oh, but Cutrone drags his shot wide. Jesus played in. Nice tackle by Perella. Just worked that around well, and will come away on the counter, being closed down. Gabamin gets in the way. Morales is not long for the subs bench. He's starting to get tired. Here's Raheem Sterling. Back there to Kenny Tet. Driving forward the Dutchman. Trying to step in and did so. Teo Hernandez does really well. Ziegler with the acrobatic clearance. Sané to Bernardo Silva. Sané to Souza. City looking for that equaliser. I've got a couple of changes waiting to be made at the minute. Oh, Paul Lopez makes a good stop from Leroy Sané. The man next to him there, Javier Morales, is now going to come off for Mason Mount. Ziegler's going off as well for Dennis Adebola. We'll see if we can get ourselves a second goal just to make sure. I don't feel comfortable with only a 1-goal lead against City. They are a very, very capable and free-scoring side. It's going to be dangerous all the way until the final whistle here. But hopefully we can hold out. Torreira looks for Dennis Adebola. Leao's made a great run. Adebola's pushed forward as well. And we'll look for Dennis Adebola again off the bench. There's so much space again. No, Cutrone! Oh my lord. Ademola Lookman was in so much space on the far side again. I was going to make sure I scored with him this time. But Catrone actually knocks the ball backwards with his first touch. And it ends up giving City the chance of a counter-attack, from which Sterling draws the save out of Pau Lopez. Deary me. What on earth Patrick Catrone was doing there. Bernardo Silva picks up the loose ball. There are only 12 minutes to go now between ourselves and back-to-back FA Cup finals. But will we get there? Trying desperately to get rid of this, and I just can't. Bernardo Silva out to Sané, into the middle, away by Militao. Only as far as Souza. Here's Gabamin again. Driving forward, Gabamin. Jesus deflected off Militao and wide. I think the keeper would have saved it. I think. We'll have a look at the replay. Was it pretty much straight aim? It was. I think the keeper would have stopped it. Oh, that only just went wide. If that had deflected in, I'd have been fuming. Something might go short. No, Sané is going to loop it into the middle. Pau Lopez will come and catch well. Time for a bit of game management. Just take your time. Look after the ball. Keep possession. And we'll be in the FA Cup final again. He says as he loses possession immediately. Oh, it's a great through ball. Sterling will keep that in. And the delivery is good. Militao away. Oh, come on, lads. Let's not mess this up now. There's only seconds remaining, really. Garcia in the box. He's turned well. He's got Jesus to aim for. And Bernardo Silva saved by Pau Lopez. A corner for Manchester City. They're really pushing hard. Suarez Garcia's coming on. Sterling's going off for them. And it's Daniel Arzani that's come on in his place. Bernardo Silva with a cross. It's deep. Finds Toussaint. Torreira will clear. Catrone does well to bring that down, but unfortunately Xisco on the track back gets it off him. But we're into the FA Cup final again. This time at the expense of City to get to the final rather than beating them for the trophy itself. Who will play in that final, I'm not sure. But up next for us now is a Champions League semi-final, first leg, against Barcelona. Barcelona's starting lineup hasn't had to have any changes made to it. It is as strong as it could possibly be. Antonio Sanabria up top, Coutinho on the left, Malcolm on the right. Fernandes, Artur and Puig in... I don't know how to pronounce that, whether it's Puig or Puig or Paug. I genuinely don't know. Feel free to let me know in the comment section and spell it phonetically for me. Then at the back, they've Ferland Mendy, not Benjamin, Ferland Mendy, formerly of Chelsea in this save, of course. Titi, 92 rated and captain. Benjamin Pavard, and then Joao Cancelo on the right with ter Stegen at 92 rated in goal. And this is, of course, the first of two legs. So we don't necessarily have to do the job tonight, but it would be nice if we can get ourselves a decent first leg result. I am going to rotate slightly here just for the more tired players. Probably only those two. In fact, I will give Gerzic the start ahead of Leao. We'll see. We should still certainly be strong enough to compete here. We'll see what we can do in leg number one. I will almost certainly heavily rotate for the Premier League game in between the two legs, which I believe is against Nottingham Forest. And then we'll just have to wait and see what happens in this one to find out how much we need to do in leg number two. But that Barca side is really, really strong. Pavard forward there to Puig. I actually looked online on the pronunciation website I use, and in Spanish it's Puig, but in Catalan, which is obviously where Barcelona are from, Catalonia, they have a slight different dialect, and it's pronounced Puig. So it's either Ricky Puig if you're pronouncing it in Spanish, or Ricky Puig if you're pronouncing it in Catalan, which is obviously the dialect that those in Barcelona would prefer that I said it in. So I shall probably call him both, but I perhaps will lean towards the Catalan rather than the Spanish, as he is at Barcelona. We'll call him Puig. Ricky Puig. Here's Mason Mount. No, Titi in the way. No real chances yet in the opening 15 minutes. Barcelona playing a very high pressure game, but it hasn't yet paid off for them. They're actually missing Ousmane Dembele through injury on this particular match day, so hopefully that works in our favour. Whether he's ready for leg two or not, I'm not sure. It did look like he was quite severely injured, judging by his stamina bar. It was still in the orange, so I don't think he'll be back for leg two, but he might be, and we have to be prepared for that. But for now, it's Malcolm on the right and Coutinho on the left that we have to be worried about. If Malcolm can keep his passing like that, I'd be very happy. Ziegler looking to get in behind. Cutrone looking for Mason Mount across here to Dennis Adebola, to Mason Mount again. There's Ziegler. Bit of footwork maybe to get past them. Titty, easier said than done. He does do so and finishes! We lead at the Camp Nou. An away goal in the Champions League semi-final. Barcelona 0. Cambridge United 1 with the first shot of the game. Malcolm Sanabria again. Here's Bruno Fernandes. It's good football from Barcelona. They're starting to ping it about as you would expect a Barcelona team to do. Yeah, very much so. Oh, Pau Lopez with a save. Just head that home. It was supposed to go to the keeper and it didn't quite. Just getting rid of it. Oh, dearie me. We have a 1-0 lead and I'd like to take that to half-time. We'll just do it bit by bit. Half by half. Minute by minute. Just trying to stay ahead here against Barcelona. Pau Lopez has come to my rescue on 2 occasions in just this one particular highlight. But now on the counter-attack, they're a little bit low on numbers at the back. And we're in behind with Gerzic, who will pull it back looking for Cutrone and not find him. That will drop to Mason Mount. It won't quite find Torreira. I had to make the most of that counter-attack, surely, and I didn't. Fernandes, poor pass from Malcolm, held the ball up slightly. Cruz finds Malcolm again. Great footwork from him. Bruno Fernandes could shoot. Tackled by Theo Hernandez, the former Real Madrid man, stepping in. Gerzic, we could set away, and he's onside here. Robin Gerzic to get away from Benjamin Pavard. Robin Gerzic for 2. Maybe still. I can't believe we haven't scored a second. His touches were right next to him until the one where he got away from the defender and then was closing the keeper down. Always seems to happen. I don't know whether it's related to the composure stat. I have no idea, but it's always then, not just on this FIFA, almost every FIFA, you'll be racing away and you'll be knocking the ball, say, this far ahead of you, each pace, knocking it ahead of you, knocking it ahead of you, knocking it ahead of you, and then when the one where you want to take one more pace before shooting in front of the keeper, it goes and then he'll knock it that far in front of him for that one touch when he's just getting to the keeper. And it always happens, and I don't know why. It might be composer stat, it might just be a bug in the game, I don't know. But it's really frustrating that always seems to happen, and that's the reason there that Gerzic hasn't been able to tuck that away because he got too close to the keeper with that final touch. Really, really frustrating. We could be 2-0 in front here. Perhaps should be with a couple of good one-on-one opportunities. But at the same time, they've drawn some saves out of Pau Lopez and perhaps feel that they might have scored a goal or two themselves. So we'll take the 1-0 lead for now. We've done the first half of the first game. Let's try and see out the second half of the first game. And then maybe we might stand a better chance in the second leg of going through to the final. Already in one final now, thanks to that win against City. I'd very much like to get myself to another. Pau Lopez is doing his bit in getting me there.
He's not going to let that one in,
Torreira
Derek.
over the top looking for Ziegler. It's a beautiful ball. Fernandes does have pace and will catch me up. But he's tripped over a teammate and Ziegler can't finish. Really should have done. Perhaps should have squared it. Ziegler with the delivery. It's a great ball. The header flicked on, but Cutrone can't get it away from the defender. Torreira does superbly to win that. He got absolutely flattened. Cutrone picks up the loose ball. Lovely tackle by Benjamin Pavard. Get that around the corner there. Adebola back to Theo Hernandez. He's Adebola again through that gap looking for Cutrone. He's caught in possession. He's not having the best of time of things in today's episode, Patrick Cutrone. Might take him off for Rafael Leao in about 10 in-game minutes time and give the old school lineup of Leao and Gerzic the chance to maybe grab us that second away goal. Sanabria shrugs off one. Good block by Militao. How many times did he do that against City? Sanabria, wow, what a save by Pau Lopez. Leaping away. He certainly has made a number of very, very important saves in this game so far. We'll get that to Ziegler, who's not long for the subs bench actually. Gerzic turns well. Cutrone is about to go off, but he might be involved here. Or Gerzic could go all the way. That's going to deflect wide off Joao Cancelo. Will be a corner to us though. Mason Mount will deliver. We get that second away goal. No, not yet. Headed away well by the defender. Malcolm forward, but there's absolutely no one in a Barcelona shirt to aim for. Adebola into Leao. There's Gerzic. Leao's gone again. He's off the bench and ter Stegen makes the save. Both keepers making extremely important stops in this game. We could have had a number of goals, but the game still hangs. in the balance at just the 1-0. Sanabria to Alenia. Nice. Oh, good cross by Malcolm. Sanabria chests that down well. Alenia! How Lopez with the stop. Acrobatic stuff. Sanabria going off. Haaland's coming on. Bruno Fernandes to take the corner. It's decent. And we should win this though. Adebayo does well to get up to it. Chasing after it with Gerzic. I'm not going to get there. So Cancelo gives it to him though. Oh, but he can't get to the loose ball either. Alenia flicks on by Haaland, but that's tame for the keeper. 10 minutes to go. Hold on, Ches. Gerzic across to Dalot. Space there for Suarez Garcia, who's just come off the bench here, and he's onside. Oh, I saw man free at the back post, but didn't see until a moment later the defender that was closing him down. Good header in the end by Dennis Adebayo, but it's well saved by Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Just 6 minutes to go. Just a few seconds in real time. Still with that 1-0 lead to hold on to. It's not much, but it's enough at this stage. Just leg one and an away goal two. Oh, nice touch by Leao. Can we get a second though? Please, maybe. No! Perhaps I should have gone all the way with Leao rather than trying to find the pass. Ter Stegen will deliver the ball forward. Win that, please. Well up, Mason Mount. Forward there to Gerzic. Leao. Waiting. Over the top. Oh, looking for Suarez Garcia, but can't find him. And that should be game. Referee. There it is. Right. Barcelona will presumably play with the same 11 in the next game as well. We, though, have a game against Nottingham Forest, I believe, in the Premier League in the meantime, which will simulate with the weaker side. I'm going to say weak side, but it's not a weak side at all. We're not quite going a month at a time at present. The gap at the top of the table, though, as you can see, Chelsea have closed it to just 5 points, although we can get it back up to 8 with this extra game if we can possibly win it. Gerzic and Adebayo playing both that previous game and this one. Forest have lost their last 3. They got hammered by Arsenal by 5-1. Lost 2-0 to Brighton and to Manchester City. Gerzic gets us a goal to go 1-0 in front. He's just gone up to 87 rated there as we've ticked over into May. Carvalho, though, has equalised for Nottingham Forest. They have been a side in simulated games that have caused us problems, actually, Forest, in recent times. They were the side that took away the unbeaten record. And they've gone 2-1 up here, but Baker pulls one back. We're now at 2-2. Can we win it late on? No, we can't. We have not won the Premier League yet. The gap is 6 points, I believe. Must be 6 points, because we drew. So 6 points with 12 remaining available, because that was the 34th game. So 12 points remaining available in the Premier League and a 6-point lead. Surely we can do that in the next episode, but today we're going to concentrate on finishing up here against Barcelona. The side will be the same for them. In fact, take Haaland out for Sanabria because he's a better player. Other than that, it's exactly the same, and mine will be the same as well. In fact, I'm going to take Catrone out. Gerzic is tired, but I think he's earned the start, to be fair. Right, Barcelona at home this time. Champions League second leg number 2. Second leg number 2? Champions League semi-final, leg number 2. Leao is there. Nicely to Gerzic. Oh, it's beautiful football. Can it lead to a goal? Oh, no, unfortunately not. Win that header. Cool. Morella's done brilliantly there, and that's going to drop to Gerzic. Oh, we'll look through there from Morella's. He scored the goal in the first leg. He's not going to score the goal in the second. No, Morella scored in the FA Cup, didn't he? I can't remember who scored the goal in the first leg. Ziegler in there to Leao. Back to Torreira. There's Gerzic. Looking for Leao. Spins well. Plenty of people about. Ademola Lookman is there. Through the gap. Can't find it. It was Ziegler that got the goal in the first leg, wasn't it? Gerzic! Oh, ter Stegen knocked off his feet, but keeps the ball out. Great ball down the line there to Malcolm. Turns well. Crosses blocked nicely by Teo Hernandez. Win that, please, Javier. He's done well. We'll loop it over the top for Gerzic, but of all people, it's one of the highest rated, if not the highest rated centre-back in the world at this stage of the save that's in the way. So easier said than done getting past him. Ferland Mendy to Coutinho to Sanabria. Back to Felipe and then Artur. Ricky Puig. Perella steps in and then gets in the way. Perella's... Oh, come on, I can't get rid of this. Sanabria Back there to Puig. Coutinho to Malcolm. Good save by Pau Lopez. Very important save again from our Spanish number one. Away there to Gerzic, so just knock that across to Torreira. Counter-attack is on. Ziegler's available out wide. Oh, Mendy in the way, otherwise Leao would have been set free. Real edgy performance so far from me in this second leg. I am particularly nervous about getting to a Champions League final. And Sanabria has given Barcelona a better chance of reaching it themselves. Level on aggregate, and with the away goals, it's 1-1. Lookman in there to Morelos. Across to Torreira. Through to Gerzic. Nice little touch to Morelos. And space here for Ziegler, who's in again and scores against Barcelona again. Direct from kickoff. We are in front on aggregate again. We can now no longer go to extra time. Barcelona 1, Cambridge 1, 2-1 to the U's on aggregate. Ziegler, Ferdinand tucked in, and Ziegler finishes really nicely again on that far side. His second goal of the two semi-finals. Look, we'll get to that first. Oh, it's a loose pass though. Oh, is there any need? Artur picked off by Dallo, but Coutinho steals it back. What a goal that would have been, flicking it up in such a manner. Corner's coming from Malcolm, the Brazilian. Coutinho's going to come short here and then dart back in towards the middle. Can we win that header? Morelos flicks it on, but not away. And Ziegler just hoofs it. Anywhere will do for now. Joao Cancelo turns well and inside there to Artur. Pouch to Cancelo. Malcolm to Cancelo to Pouch again. Oh, that's a really nice ball in. Thankfully Dallo read it. Bruno Fernandes will get that down though to Tony Sanabria. Goods back to him. Artur Fernandes. Oh, that needed saving. What a strike. Unreal hit from Bruno Fernandes, who would take the corner himself and whip it straight to Javier Morelos, who's flicked it away, and will find Gerzic there. I'm just going to take my time in working it away. That was certainly not meant for Victor Perella in that situation, and Malcolm could make us pay for the AI's mistake. Oh, still the Barcelona pressure continues. Short to Coutinho. Into the middle maybe. Sanabria waiting, trying not to foul him. It's going to drop to Coutinho and Pau Lopez saves again. Continued pressure from Barcelona. Ball whipped well away by Militao. 3.5 minutes to go till half time. We're nearly at the break with our lead intact, and Pouch is going to have to do better than that. Ter Stegen. Back across there to Benjamin Pavard. Here's Malcolm. Puig. Artur away. Malcolm, Sanabria trying to pressure him. I can't get it off him. It's through Torreira's legs. Oh, but not this time. And Morelos should get to that first head of Artur and has done. And Ziegler is the man that's away. Mendy trying to close him down. It wasn't the best of balls actually out to Ziegler. But he's gotten away well and he's still in possession and looking to find the man on the edge of the box. Lookman with a header, but it's straight at Ter Stegen. It's really poor. The German will pump the ball forward. Just over half an hour between ourselves and a Champions League final. Although if Barca score again, we will need to score. Mendy tackled. Torreira turns well. Here's Morelos. We'll go to Leao. Gerzic is there. I asked Leao to go again, and he is going. And I'll look for him. It's a lovely ball. Is he onside here? Rafaela takes it in his stride brilliantly. Leao away from the defender. Big goal. Massive goal. 3-1 we lead on aggregate now. Rafael Leao may well have just sent us to the Champions League final. Puig driving down the right-hand side. Cuts back well. Around the corner to Cancelo. This is good football from Barca. Push back again. Joao Cancelo to Pavard. Building nicely, but is anything going to happen at the end of it? Well, a free kick might lead to something. Tom Davies comes off the bench and immediately fouls to give Barcelona the chance. They've had 60% possession here. It's floated in well, headed away nicely. Pavard knocks it back to Titi and Matusek. I don't know who that is. Matusek coming on at striker for Antonio Sanabria. Given away there though. Oh, but it won't fall for Catrone. He's come off the bench here for Gerzic, who wasn't quite performing as I'd hoped in this game so far. Matusek gets it to Puig, to Malcolm, to Artur. Barcelona hovering around the box, loitering with intent, but not actually doing it. Oh, Pau Lopez. When he found himself free then, I was certain he was going to score, but Pau Lopez with an unbelievable save. Malcolm trying to get that right in the corner and saves it with his big toe. Take the corner himself here, the Brazilian. Carlos Zelenya has come on for Ricky Puig. Matusek goes down and that's a penalty given. Ooh, nervy times if this goes in. Really nervy times. Bruno Fernandes. Saved by Pau Lopez in front of the home fans. Absolutely thrilled. To Bruno Fernandes, and Pau Lopez denies him again. Been a massive goalkeeping performance from Pau Lopez in both legs here against Barcelona. Continue with the throw. Flick that on. Dalot does well. Bruno Fernandes. João Cancelo knocks it down to Carlos Zelenya. Still the pressure comes from Barcelona as they look to get themselves back in the game. Matusek won the penalty. He stepped away from me well there. I thought I was going to win that. And Malcolm scores. It is going to be a nervy final few minutes to the game. 3-2 on aggregate now. If they score again, Barcelona, they'll go through on away goals at 3-3. Keep possession, Chiz. Do not give it away. Don't offer them the opportunity to knock you out in the semi-finals. I want to go to the Champions League final in my very first season in European football here at Cambridge United. And Cutrone could turn and maybe find a teammate to certainly take us there. Oh, thank you, João Cancelo. That misplaced pass is going to waste enough time to send us through. Oh, it might fall for Torreira, it hasn't. But there's the final whistle. Everything's gone according to plan today, apart from maybe drop points in the Premier League. We're in the FA Cup final. We're in the Champions League final. They'll both be tomorrow. We might be lifting all 3 trophies in tomorrow's episode. Whoo! Big one! Don't miss it. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Achieve and leave later on this evening, and I'll see you then.